This is the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio.
Blanton across timeline, behind the back, 5 seconds, and he lost it. Cooper T-Tech the steal, gets it to Carter. Carter the layup, can't get it to go. But right there is Cockbright, and Cockbright puts it back at the buzzer. What a first half for Kyle Cockbright as the North County Raiders head into halftime, riding high with an 11-point lead.
It's the most exciting time of the year to be a basketball fan.
Holding the ball between the circles, throws into the high post for Horton. She'll penetrate, pull it back out. Step back jumper is true. Oh my goodness. That was smooth from Sophia Horton for her 20th point of the ball game.
And whether it's on AM 800 KREI, AM 1400 KJFF, J98 The Boot, the MyMo Info Sports Stream, or MyMoInfo.com.
Now with the free throw line, Prater to the left wing, Lunyu, a covered up three, and he pops it right over Jarvis. Luke Lunyu with his third three of the game and 15 big ones for the 6'2 senior.
Nobody covers the high school hoops postseason in Southeast Missouri like regional radio.
Still holding with 10 seconds. Bollinger drives. Bollinger to the rim. Laid it in. 5 seconds left. The Lancers hold on in an incredible district championship game.
You're listening to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, brought to you in part by Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington. For all your lawn, farm, and garden equipment needs, let their family serve your family on Highway 32 in St. Genevieve and on the Outer Service Road at the Leadington exit, and online 24/7 at Fleegs.com.
And with that, we say good evening and welcome to New Madrid, Missouri. We are deep in the heart of the Boot Heel. We are right next door to Howardsville, and we are at New Madrid County Central High School, home to some great basketball many a year and some big-time postseason hoops here tonight as we bring you the Missouri State High School Activities Association Class 5 Boys Basketball Championship Sectionals between the host New Madrid County Central Eagles and the Central Rebels of Park Hills here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. Hello, everybody. My name's Nathan Gertz, joining you inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Visit Mineral Area College in Park Hills today. It's your next step. We got a showdown tonight between one of the elite teams in the state this season and one of its more exciting young up-and-coming teams, although both these squads boast a lot of youth that has not lacked for talent. The Central Rebels coming in here tonight under first-year head coach Brad Gross. He and his staff have been coaching the JV, so they've been around a lot of the kids that are on this younger Central team for a couple of years. They knew what this group could do. They've been building towards their moment to get to the high school level, and now here they are at the varsity level with two outstanding freshmen in the form of Caden Casey and the electrifying 5'10 first-year guard Joe Bryant, who's averaging a team-best 20.5 points per game. We've got a couple of sophomores, though, that you have to keep your eye on. The return of point guard Mason Williams after missing the first month of the season was a huge boost, and he's been great this year. 10.5 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals per game for the versatile 5'11 second-year player who has been a starter each of his first 2 years at the varsity level. And then there's 6-foot sophomore Kendall Horton, who's moved from off the bench into a starting role this year and has been great as well. Second on the team in scoring, 12.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Overall, it's a very good offensive club for Brad Gross. The Rebels average 63 points per game, but they have been up and down, particularly on the defensive end, and they had lost 3 in a row at one point near the end of the regular season, which dropped them to 11-9. But they were able to rally in a huge way, winning 4 of their last 5 games coming into tonight. That, of course, includes the Class 5 District 2 Championship. They will look to snap a skid, though, of 5 straight losses in state tournament games here tonight on the road against a New Madrid County Central team that, like we said, is a part of the conversation every year, it seems, for a state title. Eagles have won 3 of those in total. Back-to-back in 2000 and 2001 was the last time, but they seem to be competing for it every year. They're doing that again this year, even though they boast a very young team like Central. They lean quite a bit on first-year players. Freshman guard B.J. Williamson has been the biggest revelation, averaging 15.5 points per game, and not only shooting 50.5% from the field, but shooting 44.5% on three-pointers. He can be an electric deep shooter, and it's part of why he can be a big-time scoring force. Other freshmen like 6'5" forward Jadis Jones have really stepped up this year for head coach Lennis McFerrin. He's averaging 14.5 points and 7 rebounds, as well as a blocked shot per game. And there are plenty of other veteran players on this team, like Shamar Williamson, Marcellus Phillips, and Donnie Ray Brown, who have all had big moments this year as well. And that has powered the Eagles to an unbeaten season. They are 19-0, and of course they have won 22 of their last 23 going back to last year. The only loss in that time was in the Class 3 District 1 championship game. They get bumped up by Misha to Class 5 this year. Hasn't changed much, though, because they're the number 2 ranked team in the state, and they have more than earned it, averaging 68.5 points per game. They've been elite on the defensive end, too, only allowing 48.5 points per contest. So Lennox McFerrin has a state title contender on his hands. Central will look to upend their championship dreams, though, and punch their ticket to the state quarterfinals for the first time since 2015. Last time they got there, they had to play New Madrid County Central. It should be a dandy between the Eagles and the Rebels here tonight, with the stakes of a trip to the state quarterfinals on the way and a chance to be one of the Elite 8 in Class 5. We've got it coming up for you at the top of the hour here on right here on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, as the Central Rebels battle the New Madrid County Central Eagles. And we have more on the Fleets Equipment pregame show as we count down to the tip-off, including tonight's starting lineups. Earlier tonight, had a chance to speak with Central head coach Brad Gross. You'll hear from the Rebels head man after this as we count down to the tip-off. You're listening to the coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
Cozine Memorial Chapel has been serving Farmington and the surrounding communities since 1864. Their commitment of service to the community is deeply rooted in Missouri history and is the foundation for everything they do today. John Cozine is proud to be the 4th generation to operate Cozine Memorial Chapel and is proud to support Farmington High School. Cozine Memorial Chapel, serving families for generations at 217 West Columbia Street in Farmington.
Surdike Motorsports is the proud sponsor of Jefferson County Sports. Hi, this is Matt Surdike. Whether you bleed blue, red, green, black, or gold, Surdike Motorsports is here to serve local sports fans from every walk of life. With Yamaha motorcycles, side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, and wave runners, Polaris side-by-sides, ATVs, and slingshots, and now for the first time in Surdike history, we have zero-turn mowers from Bad Boy Mowers. Sports, it's in our name. Surdike Motorsports in Festus.
Where we're family run for family fun.
Back on the Fleet Equipment pregame show on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, getting set for the Class 4 boys state sectionals as the Central Rebels have made the trip down to New Madrid to take on New Madrid County Central, and we have head coach of the Rebels, Brad Gross, with us. Caden and Job have obviously had to grow leaps and bounds as freshmen, but Mason Williams is another guy that has had to take a big leap because he got plenty of experience as a freshman. Now this year he's the old dude. How do you feel he's gotten better since coming back from injury?
Well, Mason's just always a solid player. This year is just, the biggest problem Mason's faced is just injuries, but he's healthy right now and he's playing 100% and he's playing well.
The other sophomore that gets in that starting lineup, plays a ton, Kendall Horton, has obviously really had to take big strides this year. How much do you feel like his versatility, because he's a bigger and longer guy that also moves to go well, is going to help you against a big and long team tonight?
Well, we rely on Kendall for a lot. He helps us a lot on defensive end. And here lately, he's really been looking good on the offensive end. So we ask a lot out of Kendall Horton.
What's the number one thing you'll preach tonight on the defensive end against a really versatile and good offensive side in New Madrid?
Well, we have to stop penetration, and the main thing is we have to keep them off the offensive boards.
Best of luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot.
That's Brad Gross, head coach of the Central Rebels. They'll take on New Madrid County Central tonight here, and the Class 4 state sectionals are coming your way right here on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
Make it a great family night at Applebee's Bar and Grill in Farmington. Hi, my name is Amy Cousins, General Manager of your local store. Maybe start out with a couple of appetizers: boneless wings, onion rings, mozzarella sticks, spinach artichoke dip, chicken quesadilla. There's so much to choose from. Let the kids pick from the kids menu, then for yourself, choose one of our favorites. Steaks, ribs, seafood, pasta, we have it all. Go to Applebee's.com for the full menu and look for our happy hour prices. Doing good in the neighborhood, Applebee's Bar and Grill in Farmington.
Cleaning chemicals, disinfectants, and paper products are just a few of the items available from CNC Suppliers in Farmington. I'm Cheryl Sneed, owner of CNC Suppliers, a janitorial and food service supplier for commercial and residential use. We carry cleaning products, disposable food containers, gloves, sanitizers, disinfectants, face masks, shields, paper products, and so much more. Find CNC Suppliers on Facebook or stop by our location on Flat River Road in Farmington.
At Coles Tractor and Equipment, get the 25 horsepower LS tractor with front end loader. This is the biggest compact size tractor chassis, not the subcompact size tractor. You will like the size of this tractor and the weight it has behind it to get your jobs done. With a 1,600 pound lifting capacity on this front loader, you will be impressed. This LS 25 horsepower tractor package deal includes the tractor, loader, 4-foot box blade, along with the 18-foot deluxe flatbed trailer and a set of 48-inch skid steer quick attach pallet forks, all for only $20,449. This package includes a free 2,700 PSI pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs. And of course, the best 6-year parts and labor warranty from LS, the major brand maker that you already know and love. So let me recap. Get the 25 horsepower tractor, loader, box blade, deluxe flatbed trailer, all for only $20,449, plus the free pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs. See Coles Tractor and Equipment today, 1 mile east of Farmington on Highway 32, or give us a call, 573-756-4353.
We're back on the Fleeks Equipment pregame show on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. This is the Class 4 Boys Basketball Sectionals as part of coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio, which is brought to you as always by Comtree of Festus, Cozy Memorial Chapel, and Coles Tractor and Equipment, both in Farmington, and the Gateway Region YMCA of St. Louis. This, of course, the first of 4 games over the next 2 nights that we'll be bringing you from the state tournament, and that's all before 4 different teams from the regional radio listening area participate in the state championships in classes 1 through 3 in Springfield Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tomorrow night, here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, you will hear the Central Rebels take on the New Madrid County Central Eagles in a girls' Class 4 state sectional showdown. That one will be here in New Madrid with pregame at 5:45. And then over on 98.5 FM J98 tomorrow night, the North County Raider girls will battle Cape Notre Dame down there in Cape Girardeau. Pregame for that will be at 5:45 over on the boot. Tonight on J98, the North County Raider boys take on Sykeston in the Class 4 state sectionals. Brandon Papalina has that one for you with pregame coverage underway over on 98.5 FM. That's a look at your playoff broadcast schedule brought to you by the Gilster Mary Lee Corporation. They're currently hiring drivers. CDL license is required. Call Mike Welker today at 800-851-5371. We are getting set for the Class 4 boys sectionals tonight between Central and New Madrid County Central. And as the Eagles and Rebels get ready to tip it off, let's check the CNC Suppliers scoreboard for you very quickly to remind you what happened for these 2 teams the last time they were out there. It's been almost a week for Central since they last hit the court and won the Class 4 District 2 championship game at Potosi, defeating the St. Genevieve Dragons by a final of 55-49. That's their 4th win in the last 5 games after a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, for New Madrid County, the undefeated season rolled on with a 68-48 win over Dexter in the Class 4 District 1 championship game. That was this past Friday night. Check out our playoff scoreboard brought to you by CNC Suppliers Janitorial and Food Service for residential and commercial use, located on the Flat River Road in Farmington. See if the Eagles can keep the perfect season, the dream season alive, or if Central, hot here at the end of the year, can carry that over into beating the number 2 ranked team in the state here in the Class 4 sectionals. Let's introduce you to the young men that'll hit the floor to get it underway. As we take a look at tonight's Presbyterian Manor starting lineups, visit them in Farmington or online at presbyterianmanor.org. First for Central on the road, head coach Brad Gross has led them to a 15-10 mark this season. As of right now, they're going to go with a smaller starting lineup. He said that might change before tip-off, but for right now, Mason Williams, the sophomore point guard, will be joined in the backcourt by the 2 freshmen, Caden Casey and Job Bryant. And then Grant Mannion and Kendall Horton, a junior and a sophomore respectively, will act as sort of the forwards. Horton has always been kind of a flex wing forward type player, while Mannion plays a lot of guard, but plays a little bigger than his size, as you'll hear us bring up throughout the course of the night. Meanwhile, for head coach Lennis McFerrin, the New Madrid Central Eagles, their 19-0 season this year, like we said, largely powered by youngsters, and their starting lineup tonight includes one of those talented freshmen, BJ Williamson will not start this one here tonight. He's their leading scorer on the year. Jadis Jones is their second leading scorer. They go with their older players to start, though. Junior Shamar Williamson will lead the way at the point guard spot. He's joined in the backcourt by senior Kylan Minner. And then juniors Marcellus Phillips and Kenyon King are joined by the big man, 6'7" senior forward Donnie Ray Brown up front. Those are tonight's starting lineups, brought to you in part by Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. We've done all we can do. What's left now? Drop the curtain on a state sectional showdown. It's the Class 4 boys basketball sectionals. It's the Central Rebels. It's the New Madrid Central Eagles. And it's coming up after this. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on the MIMO Info Sports stream.
The entire faculty and staff of the Central R3 School District would like to recognize and support all of their students and athletes. It takes an enormous amount of hard work and dedication to be a successful student and athlete. They recognize all of the work their students put forth and are proud of each and every one of you. They wish you the very best in all of your future endeavors. This message is brought to you by the faculty and staff of the Central R3 School District, home of the Rebels.
Gilster Mary Lee Corporation is looking for capable professional drivers. At least 21 years old, truck school graduates are welcome. Paid hub mileage, downtime, holiday pay, home weekly, with medical and life insurance, vacation bonus, Christmas bonus, commissary privileges, plus a profit-sharing program. Low turnover with a realistic first-year earning of $50,000. Apply in person at Gilster Mary Lee in Chester, Illinois, or call Mike Welker at 1-800-851-5371, extension 3246.
Make it a great family night at Applebee's Bar & Grill in Farmington. Hi, my name is Amy Cousins, General Manager at your local store. Maybe start out with a couple of appetizers, boneless wings, onion rings, mozzarella sticks, spinach artichoke dip, chicken quesadilla. There's so much to choose from. Let the kids pick from the kids menu, then for yourself, choose one of our favorites. Steaks, ribs, seafood, pasta, we have it all. Go to applebees.com for the full menu and look for our happy hour prices. Doing good in the neighborhood, Applebee's Bar & Grill in Farmington.
We welcome you back to coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio. It is brought to you in part by our friends over at Fleeks Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, as well as the Gilster Mary Lee Corporation and CNC Suppliers on the Flat River Loop in Farmington. Tonight on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, it's the Class 4 boys basketball state sectionals as the Central Rebels take on the Eagles of New Madrid County Central. I'm Nathan Gertz. Producer, engineer Connor Moody is back in our studios here, and we're glad to have you with us on the stream tonight for this one. Again, another reminder on that Gilster Mary Lee broadcast schedule. They are just now getting underway in the Class 5 boys sectionals as North County takes on Sykeston. And tomorrow night, almost exactly the same teams and matchups coming your way here on the stream in the Class 4 girls sectionals. Central will battle New Madrid County Central. Meanwhile, over on the 98.5 FM station on your dial, J98, in the Class 4 girls sectional, Class 5 girls sectionals, North County will battle Cape Notre Dame. Here tonight, the showdown between the Rebels and the Eagles in boys basketball, pitting a team with a lot of talent but a lot of inexperience. And coming in on a hot streak at the end of the year in the Central Rebels against a bunch for the New Madrid Eagles, who has had a dream season, 19-0, coming into tonight under head coach Lennis McFerrin, and looking to continue the dominant season that they have had. Starting lineups are being introduced to the folks here at New Madrid County Central. As again, we remind you that the starting lineups tonight for Central, it's a smaller group, with Caden Casey, Grant Mannion, Joe Bryant, Kendall Horton, and Mason Williams getting the call. Meanwhile, two leading scorers on the year for New Madrid County Central come off the bench. Jadis Jones and BJ Williamson, the talented pair of freshmen. It's the vets who get the starting call for New Madrid Central. Shamar Williamson, Kylan Minner, Marcellus Phillips, Kenyon King, and Donnie Ray Brown. So we're just about ready to get underway tonight. Tip-off is brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank branch or go online to newerabank.com. Again, that's New Era Bank, member FDIC. Central will attack the bucket to our right to get things underway tonight as we're on the opposite end of the floor from the scorer's table here in New Madrid. Rebels in their road navy blue jerseys with white stripes on the sleeves and on the collar as well as on the bottom of the shorts. A little bit of red mixed in there as well. White letters and numbers, including Central written out in a script font across the front. And those have kind of a red and navy blue trim. Meanwhile, for Central, they will wear their typical road or typical home white jerseys. Dark green letters and numbers with a faded gold trim in there for New Madrid County Central. And they got faded gold and dark green stripes down the side of the jerseys and on the shorts. Meanwhile, like I said, dark green numbers with a faded gold trim, including Central written out across the front of the jersey. So it is technically tonight Central versus Central, as you got Park Hills Central matching up against Central High School of New Madrid County. Although they prefer to go by New Madrid County Central, they're New Madrid Central. They will take on the Central Rebels, looking to extend their perfect season. Rebs tried to build off that district tournament championship last week by punching their ticket to the state quarterfinals, winning their first state playoff game since 2015. We are underway tonight, and the Eagles attacking the bucket to our left, win the opening tap. Williamson has it far side wing, throws it back between the wheels over to Minner. Here on the near side is the big Donnie Ray Brown. He'll kick it to the top of the key. Bounce far side. Now they get it in the corner to Shamar Williamson. Coming to get it, Minner in the corner. Back to Williamson. Takes a three. Rattles it home. Shamar Williamson's had an outstanding junior season, averaging about 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2.5 steals a game. Shoots only about 21% from three, though. As we get a whistle, driving the other way quickly, the lightning-fast Central freshman Joe Bryant. There's a foul on the floor, though, before he could finish at the rim. They will call Marcellus Phillips for the Eagles for a reach in there. So here's the inbounds that swings it on the wing here to Bryant, averaging 20.5 points per game. Team highest for either side. Horton has it here on the near side wing, gives it back to Joe, now throws it away. It's going to go all the way into the backcourt. Over the head of Joe Bryant and out of bounds in front of the Central Rebel bench. So New Madrid Central gets it back. Kylan Minner runs the show, although Shamar Williamson is their lead dog amongst the starting five. They swing it in the high post from Phillips to Donnie Ray Brown. They'll kick it back out middle of the floor over to Williamson. Shamar Williamson gives to Phillips coming on a curl. Now they throw it in the corner to Minner. Back to Phillips driving baseline. Picked up his dribble. Gives to the cutter Brown going right to the rim. And the big man Donnie Ray Brown lays it up and in. He's had an outstanding season, averaging 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, and a steal per game. Also about 2 assists per contest. New Madrid with the 4-0 lead here, about a minute in. Here's Mason Williams driving to the rim, can't finish. Offensive rebound, though, by Grant Mannion. Swings it on the wing to Caden Casey, throws it over to Bryant. Bryant driving, lost it for a second, now gets to the bucket, and finishes off glass. Pretty move in the lane by Joe Bryant, who's picked up his play here at the end of the season. Right around that time, Central has won 4 of 5, and it's a 5-2 Eagle lead. Far side in the corner with it, Williamson for New Madrid Central. Gets it on the wing to Minner, gets it back. Head fakes a three, goes back to Minner. Now they swing it here near side over to Kenyon King. Coming to get it now is Phillips. They go top of the key. Here's Brown pulling the trigger from deep. It's a long miss. Into the arms, the rebound comes for Caden Casey. Freshman guard averaging about 9 points a game for the Rebels. Gives to Kendall Horton. Takes the baseline jumper and splash. That was pure from Kendall Horton, averaging about 12.5 a game. Second on the team in scoring for the Rebels, who are only down by 1 now here in the opening 2 minutes, after giving up the first 5. With it between the wheels is Minner, throws it here near side wing. Phillips drives, gets all the way to the cup, doesn't finish. And then the ball knocked out of bounds on the baseline. They're going to say it's last off Central, though. So the Eagles will keep it. And here comes the first sub of the night, and it's one of those 2 leading scorers on the air for New Madrid Central off the bench. 6'5" freshman forward Jays Jones. Comes in for Donnie Ray Brown. Here's a rebound on a miss underneath the bucket, and it's put up and in by Kenyon King. So the Eagles get the bucket there early from Kenyon King, who only averages about 3.5 points per game. Makes it 7-4 New Madrid Central in front. As a whistle and a foul on the Central inbounds is called on the Eagles. It's on King. Donnie Ray Brown going to check back in for New Madrid Central. Takes the place of Marcellus Phillips. Foul on King a moment ago, his first, just the second team foul on the Eagles. And here's a steal. Jadis Jones takes it away, looks to drive and attack the other way in transition. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on the floor. Looks like a reach-in bump is going to be called on Joe Bryant, trying to get back in defense after he threw that pass away into the arms of Jadis Jones, who averages 14.5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block shot per game. And he's big enough to already be a senior linebacker as opposed to just a freshman forward. Far side corner with it. Williamson has it in the half court for New Madrid Central. Gets it on the wing to Donnie Ray Brown. He will pull it out, looking for something to come open in the offense. Now they'll throw it back between the wheels and reset with Kylan Minner. Averaging 3 points and an assist and a half per game. Minner drives, right-hand floater in the lane, spins in, out, then back in. Minner gets one to drop, and New Madrid Central leads it 9-4 here, 3 minutes in for this Class 4 state sectional. Pass ahead, Bryant almost lost it, throws it on the baseline to Grant Mannion for an easy layup. Nice find by Bryant in transition, breaking some full court pressure from New Madrid Central. First bucket for Mannion, who averages about 4 points per game, makes it a 3-point game. Far side wing with it is Minner, steps into a 3, missed it long. Rebound comes into the arms of Williams, knocked out of his hands. Joe Bryant saves it. Joe Bryant attacking in transition, puts his head down, behind the back pass to a wide open Horton for an easy layup. Joe Bryant is not necessarily attacking for his own shot. He's attacking for the best shot for Central early. And the Rebel freshman guard finds Horton for an easy layup there, which makes this a 1-point game again, halfway through the first quarter. Here on the near side corner, driving after the head fake. Williamson to the cup, lays it in off the glass. Shamar Williamson with 5 early points for New Madrid Central. And they go back up 11-8. Head faking a top of the key 3. Bryant will drive. Double clutching, tries to throw up a shot. It's no good off glass. Rebound off to Jones. Attacks the other way. Throws it on the wing. Williamson goes right to the bucket. Head down, lays it up and in. Good start for Shamar Williamson with 7 early points, and a timeout is called by the Central Rebels. The New Madrid Central Eagles lead it 13-8 here. 3:47 left in the first quarter. Timeouts are brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You'll love to shop at Patsy's on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
Cleaning chemicals, disinfectants, and paper products are just a few of the items available from CNC Suppliers in Farmington. I'm Cheryl Sneed, owner of CNC Suppliers, a janitorial and food service supplier for commercial and residential use. We carry cleaning products, disposable food containers, gloves, sanitizers, disinfectants, face masks, shields, paper products, and so much more. Find CNC Suppliers on Facebook or stop by our location on Flat River Road in Farmington.
Central with possession and driving to the rim and laying it up and in is Kendall Horton. The Rebel sophomore forward has 6 early points, but they trail New Madrid Central 13-10 with 3.5 left in the first quarter. Swinging around here on the wing, B.J. Williamson, the talented freshman, in for the first time tonight. He has his pass stolen from the top of the key. It goes into the arms of Horton. He can't finish in transition, though. Williamson getting back, forces a miss. Here's Shamar Williamson all the way to the cup, lays it in. Great first quarter for the junior guard, Shamar Williamson. He averages about 9 a game. He's got 9 here early. And it's a 15-10 lead for New Madrid Central, and now another steal for the Eagles. Jadis Jones comes up with it, throws it ahead to B.J. Williamson, and the freshman lays it in, plus a foul on the baseline. It's a nice find in transition by Kylan Minner, and then a foul will be called underneath on Mason Williams. So the Rebels will pick up their second team foul. Sub is made as we see the big man, 6'10" senior forward, Tice Lobinger, out there for the first time tonight for Central. Grant Mannion will sit. B.J. Williamson, averaging 15.5 a game, cannot hit the N1 free throw, but he's got his first bucket. And his team has their largest early lead, 17-10. 3 minutes left first quarter. Mason Williams driving behind the back pass. Lobinger wasn't ready for it, and it deflects off him out of bounds. Turnover there, and that's been the early problem for Central. The full court pressure forcing quite a few of those for New Madrid. Here with it, top of the key is B.J. Williamson. They swing it in the corner. Getting it back, Minner. Now back to Williamson. Thought about throwing it far side of the floor. Does give it up to Shamar Williamson. Little brother gets it back. And before they can reset the offense, Lennis McFerrin, the head coach of the Eagles, steps out near half court and calls timeout with 2.5 left in this first quarter. Madrid Central will talk it over. Eagles lead the Central Rebels, though, 17-10 here in the Class 4 state sectionals. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Jefferson College of Hillsborough, the Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus, and Applebee's in Farmington. We'll name our Applebee's of Farmington player of the game when this one is over. And so far, a couple of early candidates. Kendall Horton's played well for Central, 6 points, but it's Shimar Williamson with a game-high 9, pacing New Madrid County Central. And they have the 7-point lead out of the timeout and possession. Far side with it on the wing. Shamar Williamson throws it in the corner. Gets it back from Minner. Gives it here to a new man in A.J. Ruff, a freshman. They throw it here near side corner. Williamson tried to pass it. He was double-teamed, knocked away, deflected, and stolen. Mason Williams comes up with it, pushes in transition, feeds to Caden Casey. He'll drive, attack, right-hand floater in the lane. Does not go for Casey, and a whistle is going to be on him for a charge. Nice job there by the defensive player for the Eagles to step in and take that charge on the freshman Casey. It is his first personal, third team foul on the Rebels, though, with 2:10 left in the first quarter. Minner swings it here on the near side wing, gets it back from Ruff. Throws it back over to Williamson, right back. Going side to side, they're looking for an opening. Now Ruff will take a three, he missed it long. Rebound comes on out to Kendall Horton. He'll look to push it in transition. Euro step move, tries to get around Minner and ends up drawing some contact at the bucket. Question is, was it in the act of shooting? They'll say no, it's on the floor. Kylan Minner reaches in for his first personal. That's the third team foul on New Madrid County Central as sub is made for the Eagles. Minner sits down. Trey Tippler, a senior, takes his place. Here's the inbound for Caden Casey. Gets it over in the corner to Bryant. Joe Bryant puts it on the deck, picks up the dribble, top of the key after being double-teamed. Now throws it far side wing to Mason Williams. He'll get it back here. Right-hand side is the near side of the floor. Bounce pass far side wing over to Horton. Gets it right back as they work against the 2-3 zone. They get it in the corner to Casey. Try to throw it inside to Horton. Pass knocked away. B.J. Williamson comes up with the loose ball. Throws it ahead in transition. New Madrid County Central looking to run. However, we're going to get a whistle, and in the far corner of the floor, A.J. Ruff is going to be called for carrying. Try to palm that basketball that time. Subs coming for both teams. B.J. Williamson will sit down. Donnie Ray Brown will take his place. Central will make one of its first substitutions of the night, other than Lobinger. It's the second sub. It's a freshman, Zach Boyd, who steps in and takes the place of Caden Casey. Here is Williams throwing it middle of the floor to Joe Bryant. Gets it back on the right wing. Jab step move. He's guarded by Tippler. They swing it around. Bryant takes a three left wing. It doesn't go. Horton, a putback attempt, wouldn't quite dance. Defensive rebound pulled down Jadis Jones. He'll push it the other way for New Madrid Central. Gets all the way to the rim. And they didn't call him for a travel, even though he got his shot blocked at the bucket. And because of that, he's able to hold on to the basketball and lay it up and in pretty easily. Just a miss there that time by the officials underneath. They're going to say, I think that it was tipped, and the ball got knocked loose, so he's allowed to regain possession. Either way, it's a bucket for Jadis Jones, his first of the night. And that puts the Eagles up 9. Their largest first quarter lead as we're under a minute left in the opening period. After a reach-in foul, Joe Bryan will run the show for Central. Throws it on the far side wing over to Mason Williams. And he'll pull it back out between the wheels. Goes far side. Horton will drive. Nice hop-step move around the defender, and Kendall Horton lays it in. Great first quarter for the sophomore forward Horton. 8 points. Keeping the Central Rebels afloat. They're now 19-12. Final half minute of the first. Shamar Williamson back in. We'll get it back here on the near side wing from A.J. Ruff. Going to hold it in his hip pocket as New Madrid Central, it looks like, is going to look for that last shot. Williamson face guarded by Joe Bryant. Will throw it far side of the floor to Ruff. They get it in the corner. Gets it right back from Jadis Jones. Now they'll come here on the left wing again over to Shamar Williamson. Down to 10 seconds, still holding for that last shot. Williamson, right-hand dribble, middle of the floor, crosses up Bryant, drives, throws it to the baseline cutter who wasn't ready. Tippler with 1 second tries to put a shot up at the horn. Might have been partially blocked by Tice Lobinger. Either way, it doesn't go. And the first quarter comes to a close. Pretty solid close to that first quarter for Central. They trailed by as much as 9. Good first quarter from sophomore Kendall Horton, though, keeping the offense afloat. Rebels are down 19-12 here at New Madrid County Central in the Class 4 state sectionals. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is the high school basketball playoffs on Regional Radio.
Postponing routine checkups with your doctor can put your health at risk. Your well-being is important, especially during these challenging times. Take the right healthy step for you and your family. Schedule a visit at one of Comtree's 5 primary care locations or schedule a telehealth appointment. We've taken additional precautionary measures to ensure you, the individual served, feel safe at an in-person appointment. Whether a routine checkup, screening, or seasonal vaccination, the time is now to schedule an appointment. Protect your health. Call 1-877-COMTREE to schedule an appointment today. Welcome to our family tree.
From shredding to mailboxing, the UPS Store does everything for small business, even impressing your customers. When you have your packages packed by our certified packing experts and backed with a pack and ship guarantee, your business looks
outstanding.
The UPS Store, everything for small business, all in one place.
The UPS Store.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS Store in Festus. From printing, shredding, faxing, and notarizing to packaging and shipping, we are here to service your personal and small business needs.
We're back with coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on Regional Radio, brought to you in part by Mineral Area College in Park Hills and the Missouri Beef Industry Council. Joe Bryant driving to the limb, a little hesitation step-back move allows him to go glass. The freshman guard now has 4 points as he lays that one up and in, and Central Rebels are hanging in there, down 19-4 here at New Madrid County Central. Donnie Ray Brown will pull up off the catch here on the left wing. Misses a long three. Rebound comes out, though, to B.J. Williamson. He looks to drive. Ball comes loose underneath. Brown comes up with it, tries to lay it in. Jones, a putback attempt, no good. Second offensive rebound not there for Brown. Jones pulls down another offensive board, and there is a foul finally called from behind. Jadis Jones and Donnie Ray Brown, 6'8", combined with a freshman who stands 6'5" and weighs easily 220 pounds. It's a dangerous, dangerous combo to try and keep off the offensive glass. And Jones, who averages a team best 7 rebounds per game, gets himself a trip to the free throw line, where so far this season he is 65%. Has no problem knocking down the first of 2. Had 2 points in the opening quarter coming off the bench tonight, and he's able to hit both free throws on this to double that point total and put his team up by 7. Central looking to break the pressure. Mason Williams throws it here near side of the floor. Joe Bryant will get it across half court. Bryant trying to set the offense up, looking for somebody to come and set him a screen. Goes around it here near side of Ty Slomiger. Throws it middle of the floor to Horton, who drives, tries to go to the bucket. We get a whistle and a charge call. They got Caden Casey for one earlier where he clearly leaned into the defender. That time, that one was a little more 50-50. It's just Horton's first personal. Team foul number 5 on the Rebels. It takes away another bucket for Horton, who's had a strong start with 8 points to pace Central. Came in tonight averaging 12.5 a game and shooting about 50% from the field. Far side wing with it. Shamar Williamson, head fakes, drives, goes baseline. A little up and under move is no good, but he got fouled on the double clutch layup attempt by Tice Lobinger. So the big fella picks up his first. And Shamar Williamson averaging 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2.5 steals per game this season. He's done some really outstanding stuff in his junior year. Goes to the line. This is one area he struggles, though. He's about 52.5% at the free throw line. Also doesn't knock down a ton from deep, 21%. That's why that first quarter 3 was a big one. Doesn't go. Got his own miss, though, on the second free throw. Folds it to a wide-open Marcellus Phillips, and there's an easy layup. Central can't get beat on hustle plays like that, and a good one by Shimar Williamson creates the layup. Phillips' first point makes it 23-14, and now a steal for the Eagles. Jadis Jones comes up with it. Attacks in transition. Bounce to King. Driving. Easy lay-in. Kenyon King comes up with the bucket in transition on a nice feed by Jadis Jones, who got the steal. And it's the first double-digit lead either way here as we got a timeout call by the Central Rebels. It's the New Madrid County Central Eagles who lead it 25-14. 6.5 left in the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment. This is the high school basketball playoffs on Regional Radio.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Little correction from earlier. The Fleets Equipment pregame show is just now underway over on 98.5 FM J98 ahead of the Class 5 boys state sectionals between North County and Sykeston. Tip-off for that is at 6:30 tonight as Kenyon King driving in transition off another New Madrid steal comes up with a layup. Pretty circus layup that time for King, and the Eagles are cruising. Central Rebels are down 27-14 here, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Far side wing, Joe Bryant driving, and he gets bumped at the bucket. Looking to go baseline. They will end up getting a foul called, I think, on Jadis Jones. And indeed, the big freshman picks up his first personal. That's team foul number 5. So we're heading towards the bonus for both these teams with 5:49 left in the first half as Joe Bryant, on top of all the other things he does very well as a freshman, 68% free throw shooter. Has no problem canning the first to 2. Can't hit the second, though. Rebound tapped around. Jadis Jones comes up with it. So Bryant stays put at 5 points. His team is down by 12, though. Pass the other way defensively by Kylan Minnie, or offensively is deflected away defensively by Central. So Eagles will keep it in the half court. They make a sub. B.J. Williamson, their leading scorer on the year, steps in for Minnie. Donnie Ray Brown is also going to come in and take the place of Kenyon King. Central makes a sub to get Grant Mannion back in the game as he'll replace the big man Lobinger. Here's a lob pass on the inbounds. Jones comes up with it from Donnie Ray Brown and muscled his way to the bucket. Jadis Jones having a nice first half with 6 points. And lead is 29-15. Again, it's the largest of the night for the Eagles. Here's Bryant the other way in transition. Ball poked out of his hands at the rim. B.J. Williamson comes up with it. Drives. Step over move around Williams. Wasn't able to finish, got the shot blocked, but then Jadis Jones grabbed another offensive rebound, and he gets fouled right at the bucket.
Foul strikes number 20, Kendall Horton. That is his second.
The reach-in is called on Kendall Horton, which is the second for the Rebel sophomore. Jones has already knocked down 2 free throws here tonight. He shoots 66% from the field because he tends to shoot right around the bucket, 65% from the free throw line. A great finisher and obviously a terrific rebounder. He knocks down the first of 2 free throws on this trip, which will get him to 7 points here tonight. The sub is made for New Madrid County Central as B.J. Williamson returns. Second free throw is no good underneath by Jones, but on the loose ball rebound, we get a whistle and a foul is called on New Madrid. B.J. Williamson is called for the reach-in, trying to grab that rebound. So he picks up his first. Next one would put Central in the bonus for the 1-and-1. That's team foul number 6 on the Eagles. Rebels are being doubled up right now, 30-15 the deficit with 5 minutes left in the first half. Far side wing, Slade Schweiss, a junior, in for the first time tonight, gets the pass and throws it back to the middle of the floor. Now Joe Bryant has it here near side, looking to cross his man up. Goes around the screen by Boyd, hop step move in the lane, looks to finish, gets called for a charge. The third time tonight that there has been a call for contact underneath the bucket. And each time it's been a charge on Central. Looked like Shamar Williamson was the guy that stepped in that time and drewed it on Joe Bryant, which ends up being his second personal. Madrid County Central has it back up by 15. On the far side wing with it, Donnie Ray Brown will throw it back here between the wheels to B.J. Williamson. Now they swing it in the corner. Kenyon King back in, has it. Base guarded by Mason Williams. Will throw it out near the middle of the floor over to Williamson. B.J. Williamson just kind of holding the ball in his hip pocket, waiting for somebody to come open. Now gets it back to Brown on the right wing, who came to come back and get it, moving off the ball. Throw it in the corner to Shamar Williamson. Gets it to B.J. Puts it on the deck. Drives. Right-hand floater is no good. Offensive rebound and a putback, though, is right there for Marcellus Phillips. Nothing is keeping New Madrid Central off the glass tonight. And the Central Rebels are down by 17 halfway through the second quarter. Pass ahead. Schweiss, little touch pass off the feed from Bryant. Gets it to Mason Williams. Gets it back in the corner. Head fakes a jumper. Goes to Bryant, top of the key. Defense tried to close out on him. He pulls it back out. Lost his dribble, throws it far side of the floor. Ball got poked away for a second. Mason Williams saves it. Williams drives, spin move into the lane. Couldn't finish, but he did a nice job to get the big man, Donnie Ray Brown, off balance, and he draws a foul.
Foul strikes number 54.
It's a very nice move to the bucket there by the talented sophomore Mason Williams, as Brown picks up his first personal. So Mason Williams missed the first 8 games of the year first 7 games of the year due to a foot injury that he suffered at the end of his freshman season. Freshman year where he got to be the starting point guard and helped the Rebels win a district championship. So he is able to can both free throws on this trip down. Actually, he only hits 1 of 2, the second one. He is in the scorebook, though, averaging about 10.5 a game. Central still being doubled up, though, down by 16. Here's a feed in the post. Open is Marcellus Phillips. Couldn't finish. His putback attempt is no good, and the rebound tapped out comes out to Grant Mannion. Mason Williams will look to attack in transition. Kicks it here near side of the corner. Bryant head fakes a 3. Looked to put it on the deck. Ball got poked out of his hands out of bounds. Last off, B.J. Williamson and New Madrid County Central.
Checking back in the game for the Eagles, number 30.
So a lot of sub coming for the Eagles here on this stoppage as Linus McFerrin plays a deep rotation. Marcellus Phillips sits down. He is replaced by Jadis Jones, who's back out there. Central has it here on the near side wing. Mason Williams with it. Kendall Horton sitting on the bench with 2 fouls, has the team high of 8 points. Williams throws it away into the arms of Jones. Gets it ahead to B.J. Williamson in transition. Williamson with a double clutch. Can't finish at the rim. He does get fouled, though. And we will get a foul called on a reach-in over the top on Slade Schweiss. That's team foul number 9 on the Rebels. So it's still just the 1-and-1 for B.J. Williamson, who did miss an and-1 free throw earlier this evening and has just 2 points, but he's not going to have trouble knocking down one here. He is 63% on the year. Madrid County Central is 59.5% from the line as a team this year. Not too shabby at all. Second one coming for the talented freshman Williamson. Rattles home. He has just 4 points, but his team's in control. Eagles are up 34-16. 3:15 left in the first half. Bryant pass ahead, gets it in the corner to Slade Schweiss past midcourt. Caden Casey back out there for the first time in a while. Has it on the far side wing. Has it poked out of his hands. Williamson with the steal. He'll drive in transition. Great up and under move around Bryant. Leads to an easy layup. B.J. Williamson with the acrobatic finish at the rim is up to 6 points. And Central's in a world of trouble. Down 36-16. Less than 3 minutes left in the first half. Mannion has it here near side corner. Looks to drive. Throws it top of the key over to Bryant. Bryant attacks. Nice up and under move. Joe Bryant couldn't quite finish at the rim, though. And the rebound gets it back to New Madrid Central. Here is Jadis Jones bringing it up. Gets it on the wing to B.J. Williamson. Head fakes a 3. Puts it on the deck. Jump stop move at the bucket. Doesn't quite finish. Jones got another offensive board, though. Kicks to the wing. Shamar Williamson from deep. That one's off the mark. And the rebound defensively finally cleared by Grant Mannion. Central goes back to work in the half court offensively. 2.5 left in the half. Mason Williams in the high post. Got it back from Bryant. Here on the wing, Mannion thought about 3. Now pulls it out to Mason Williams. They'll swing it far side, Joe Bryant. Bryant looking to attack, puts it on the deck. Tried to lean in, get around Williamson. Had his shot blocked at the rim by Donnie Ray Brown. Williamson, the loose ball, throws it ahead. Open is Shamar Williamson for the layup. He couldn't finish. And the rebound defensively pulled down by Schweiss. Run out chance there for the Eagles, but they're still the team up 20. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Casey, transition 3. Got it. Big bucket there for the freshman Caden Casey. His first points of the night for Central. Pull them back under 20 points. They're going to need a few more of those, though, in the last 90 seconds of the first half, though. We remind you that we have the Parkland Healthmart Pharmacy halftime show coming up at the break. Recap this half. Check in on the other action going on in the state basketball playoffs elsewhere. Here on the near side wing with it for New Madrid is Donnie Ray Brown. Throws it in the corner to Kenyon King. Gets it back. Now throws it between the wheels, Shimar Williamson. B.J. Williamson, right wing, straight away. 3. Yes, sir. He can knock those down 45% from beyond the arc. And the explosive freshman guard knocks down that one. Now a steal. Kenyon King all the way to the rim. It doesn't go. And we're going to get some offensive goaltending that'll take a bucket away as Shimar Williamson climbed the ladder to try and come up with a putback and mistimed the jump just a little bit. So the transition layup won't count for Kenyon King. Some subs will be made for New Madrid County Central. The Eagles lead after that 3 a moment ago is 39-17. B.J. Williamson now has 9 points, matching his older brother, Shamar Williamson. It's an even 20-point lead ladder, 39-19, as far side wing with it. Caden Casey throws it middle of the floor to Williams. Kicks out to the wing. Joe Bryant for 3. It's way off the mark. Rebound tapped out of bounds. They will say it's last off New Madrid. So with 48 seconds left in the half, Central's going to keep it in the half court. Even just the one bucket, imagine, would lift the Rebels' spirits a little bit here. We're only down by 7 in the first quarter. They have simply not been able to generate any offense of their own. 2 made buckets in this second quarter. So we get a foul, and they're going to call Kylan Minner for reaching in the middle of the floor. So the senior guard picks up his second for New Madrid. And that is team foul number 8 on the Eagles. So here's a 1-and-1 coming for Joe Bryant and Central. He cannot hit the front end. It spins in and out. And he's now just 1 of 3 in this first half at the line. Eagles have it back up 20. Final 35 seconds of the first half. With it, at the Eagle logo at midcourt is Minner. Throws it here near side wing to A.J. Ruff. Looking to hold it and just whittle this thing down to the last 10 seconds. They will call Ruff for a carry as he kind of double clutched on a pass, trying to throw it to the wing, but then wanted to hold on to it after thinking about throwing one over to Minner. It's a turnover. A.J. Ruff will sit down after that as he is replaced by B.J. Williamson. So Central does get it back here, last 24 seconds of the half. They'll go to work in the half court offensively, where they have struggled mightily in this second quarter without Kendall Horton. Far side wing with it, Mason Williams. Looks to put it on the deck, drives, attacks. Ball got knocked out of his hands. It's a travel. He had that ball just absolutely swatted away between 2 New Madrid defenders at the rim and held onto it long enough that he gets called for a step and a walk. So it's back to the Eagles. 11 seconds left in the half. B.J. Williamson will get the call from his head coach, Lennis McFerrin. He'll bring it into the forecourt. Head fakes, drives, kick to the corner. Donnie Ray Brown for 3, no good. Rebound going up to get it. Shimar Williamson is going to be called for an over-the-back call at the buzzer, which means we will have some free throws here before we officially go to halftime. Shimar Williamson called for that over-the-back foul, which is his first. Is going to lead to some free throws for Grant Mannion. Unfortunately, Mannion didn't hit the front end because it was still a 1-and-1, so the one free throw miss ends the half for Central, and an unfortunately symbolic ending to the half for the Rebels, as that second quarter was where their offense got away from them with Kendall Horton on the bench with foul trouble. At halftime, it's New Madrid County Central leading in the Class 4 state sectionals 39-19. We will recap this and talk about everything else going on in the area during the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show after the break. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on Regional Radio.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College, and you.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
What would you say to a Case IH DC 103 disc mower conditioner? It's less than $17,600. That's a $10,000 savings.
I'd say somebody's getting lucky this spring. Lucky in saving a bunch of green, that is.
Yeah, it's a Case IH Moco. It's got a disc mower cutter bar, it's got hydraulic swing, and don't forget, it's got a time conditioner. All for less than $17,600.
Wow, that's not luck. That's the Fliggs Equipment way. Better quality, better brands, and better prices. Just plain better. Fliggs Equipment, see us today, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve and in Leadington on the Outer Service Road.
Online 24/7 at fliggs.com.
Fliggs Equipment, let our family serve your family.
Welcome to the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy Halftime Show on Regional Radio.
At Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, we want you to know that local pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at offering you an excellent experience every time you do business with us. A warm greeting, a friendly smile, attention to detail, and efficient service is what you can expect from us every day because we love going the extra mile for our customers. We offer a full range of products and services, handy drive-through windows, always free delivery to your home or workplace, and so much more. Bigger stores don't always mean bigger savings. We stay very competitive with our pricing and our preferred provider for many insurance plans. There's no need to stand in line, no need to wait days for your medications, no need to go anywhere else but Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Local pharmacy at its finest, with locations in Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Piedmont. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
It's the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy Halftime Show, located in Farmington, Fredericktown, Deloge, Piedmont, and Ironton. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve.
At the break of the Class 4 boys basketball state sectionals here in New Madrid, right next door to Howardsville. It's the New Madrid County Central Eagles who lead the Central Rebels by a score of 39-19. It was just 19-12. New Madrid Central up at the end of the first quarter. Kendall Horton, Rebels sophomore, did a very nice job of kind of buoying the offense, and then things just went haywire when Horton picked up his second personal and had to sit pretty much the rest of the half for Central. Just in the second quarter alone, New Madrid outscores the Rebels 20-7, and that pretty much is the difference in this one here at the break. Really good first half for the three big stars this year for New Madrid Central, as their talented freshman guard B.J. Williamson scores 9 points, 7 of that in the second quarter. He comes off the bench this evening. Shamar Williamson, junior guard, his older brother, had 9 first quarter points, though, to buoy the offense in the early going. Jadis Jones, their number 2 scorer and leading rebounder on the year, was a dominant force on the offensive glass in that first half. He also poured in 7 points. 6 from Kenyon King, 4 from Marcellus Phillips, and 2 each from Donnie Ray Brown and Kylan Minner, rounding out the total scoring for Lennis McFerrin's team. So it was the starting 5 plus Williamson and Jones, who ended up scoring all the points in that first half for Lennis McFerrin's undefeated Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Central Rebels, we told you that Kendall Horton started fast, 8 first quarter points. Then he picked up that second personal foul, sat down, and outside of Horton, Central has hit a total of 4 field goals so far here tonight. Got 5 points in the first half from Joe Bryant, 3 from Caden Casey, 2 from Grant Mannion, and 1 from Mason Williams. That is it. Slade Schweiss, Grant Mannion, Tice Lobinger all played but didn't score. And Brad Gross's team is definitely going to have to get more offense than that over the next 2 quarters if they want to climb their way back into this one, as Rebels came in 15-10, having won 4 of their last 5, though, including that Class 4 District 2 championship game last week against St. Genevieve. Let's take a quick check of that CNC Supplier scoreboard here before we head to the second half. As just a couple of reminders for you, we have got the Class 5 boys sectionals going on right now over on 98.5 FM, J98. And so far tonight, it's a dandy. They are at halftime over in Sikeston, where the North County Raiders only trail by 1 to the Sikeston Bulldogs, 39-38. So you will definitely want to tune in for the second half of that one. tomorrow night on 98.5 FM. We've got the North County girls in the Class 5 sectionals visiting Cape Notre Dame here on the sports stream. You can tune in to hear Central and New Madrid match up again in the Class 4 girls sectionals. And then Thursday and Friday night, we've got coverage from the Class 1 through 3 state championships in Springfield, which will include the Steelville Cardinals playing Thursday evening in the Class 3 state semifinals, and then the South Iron boys and girls teams and the Ellington Whippet ladies play in the Class 1 and 2 state semifinals all day Friday on regional radio. The full broadcast schedule is up on our website, mimoinfo.com, right now if you need a recap of where those games are going to be. Here at the break in New Madrid, it is the hosting New Madrid County Central Eagles on top of the Central Rebels 39-19. Thank you for listening to the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show. We've got the third quarter coming up after this timeout. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio.
Now is the time to join your Jefferson County Family YMCA. New classes are always being added, plus the Y now has expanded child watch hours for mornings, evenings, and weekends. And it's not too early to sign up your child for summer camp and get 10% off per child. Plus, there's some great annual campaign fundraisers in March, like a dive-in movie in the pool area March 13th, adult blacklight volleyball match March 19th, and a lifeguard car wash on the 27th. Contact the Y for all the details. That's your Jefferson County Family YMCA in Festus.
Hey guys, this is Megan, manager of Home Pools and Spas in Leadington, with a couple of reminders for you. Don't forget to schedule your pool opening as soon as possible. We're filling up fast. Also, as spring approaches, don't forget to take advantage of our annual chemical sale, where all chemicals are 20% off. This year's sale will be April 5th through 10th. The Home Pools and Spas family can't wait to see you this spring. Go to our website, homepoolsandspas.net.
Welcome back to coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio and the Mimo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills, Prairie Farms of Southeast Missouri, and New Era Bank in Farmington, Fredericktown, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. So bring you back inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. I'm Nathan Gertz. Producer and engineer Connor Mooney is back in our Farmington studios. And here tonight, right between New Madrid and Howardsville, it's the New Madrid County Central Eagles, who are continuing their dream season undefeated, coming into tonight, number 2 ranked team in the state in Class 4. And here in the sectional round of the state championships, they lead the Central Rebels 39-19 as we prepare for the start of the third quarter. 9 points each from the Williamson brothers, Shamar and BJ leading the way for Lennis McFerrin's Eagles. Also got 7 from big man freshman Jadis Jones and 6 from junior Kenyon King, which is a big boost. He only averages about 3.5 points a game. Eagles have it to start the second half as well, attacking the bucket to our right. Here's B.J. Williamson looking to put it on the deck. They're going to call a travel, though, from behind. Going to say some contact around the ball was clean, and double clutching to save it there. They'll call Williamson for a walk. Central in that first half paced by 8 first-quarter points from sophomore Kendall Horton, but he sat most of the second quarter because of foul trouble. There's a steal out of the inbounds, leading to a layup attempt. Jadis Jones doesn't finish. He does get fouled on the floor, though, after grabbing yet another offensive rebound. 3 stories really to that first half. Horton's fast start kept Central afloat in the first quarter, only down 7. He fouls out, the offense really starts to fall apart. The Williamson brothers, great scoring, as I mentioned, the basketball for New Madrid Central, and then Jadis Jones just dominated the offensive glass. He's going to get a post look here and doesn't finish before a whistle. We get a tie ball call. Possession arrow is going to give it back to Central. The fourth story that you can really throw in there as well is this right here. The Rebels have struggled against the full court pressure for the Eagles and have had themselves force a lot of turnovers. They break it here, though. Jill Bryant throws it ahead, and Kendall Horton gets to the cup for an easy layup. So Horton off the bench after the early first half foul trouble, right back in the scoring action, is into double figures. And Central makes it an 18-point game. Far side wing looking to drive. Shamar Williamson throws it into Jadis Jones. It gets knocked loose. Williamson saves it, though, and driving to the rim to put it in, he gets fouled. Very nice hustle play there by Shamar Williamson, as it looked like Central was going to have a run-out opportunity. Mason Williams is called for the foul for Central, second personal for him. Here is Williamson to the line, as we mentioned earlier, 52.5% this year. He struggled from the charity stripe at times. Missed 2 in the first half. He's going to get the first of 2 here that'll rattle home. So he's into double figures with 10 as a sub is made for the Eagles, and Jadis Jones is replaced by Marcellus Phillips, who gets an offensive rebound on the free throw miss, but then loses it. Mason Williams comes up with it. Rebels back the other way. Far side corner. Caden Casey, catch and shoot. 3. Long miss, but he got fouled on the closeout. B.J. Williamson commits the cardinal sin, leaves his feet on the three-point attempt, and fouls the shooter. So Williamson picks up his second personal. That's 2 quick. Actually, excuse me, that's the first team foul of the half on New Madrid. Central picked up 2 team fouls, and here's Caden Casey to the free throw line, where in his freshman season, he's been pretty reliable, 68%. He's going to get 3 attempts here. Knocks down the first. Second one coming for Casey is also going to fall as well. So he's up to 5 points tonight. Had the 1 3-pointer late in the second quarter. But they will obviously take any of those that he can hit. He comes into this evening shooting a decent clip, 34% from downtown. Got all 3 free throws after being fouled on a 3-point attempt a moment ago. Makes it 40-24, a minute into the second half. Far side wing, this is Trey Tipler, a senior, back in the game for New Madrid. They swing it in the corner here to Minner. Coming to get it, Shamar Williamson takes a 3 and knocks it down. Shamar Williamson has struggled from downtown this year, but he's knocked 2 big ones down tonight. He's now got 13 points, a game high. It's back to a 19-point Eagle lead. In the corner, far side, Caden Casey almost lost it. Throws it over to Mason Williams. Williams drives, gets to the corner here, near side of the floor to Mannion. Back to Bryant, has some room, goes to his right hand. Can't finish in the lane, did get fouled, though. And both Bryant and Kenyon King colliding there at the bucket. Hit the deck hard. But they're both up on their own 2 feet. The foul on Ken King, as they call him here in these parts, is his second personal. So Joe Bryant to the line, and he will not get the first of 2 free throws to dance home. Bryant's not having one of his particularly greatest games. He averages 20.5 this season. He's a little inconsistent at the free throw line, though. Shoots 60%. But he is just 1 of 5 tonight as he misses 2 free throws on this trip. Keeps it a 19-point game, a minute and a half into the second half. Here's King driving baseline. Got to the rim, laid it in. Ken King having a heck of a night. He's got 8. And now it's the largest lead of the evening for New Madrid Central, up 21. We'll get a whistle, and a reach-in foul is going to be called middle of the floor on Marcellus Phillips. Junior forward picks up his second personal, 3rd team foul on the Eagles. They've now got 4 different guys with 2 fouls. Minner, B.J. Williamson, King, and Phillips. There's a catch-and-shoot 3 in transition. Caden Casey doesn't go for the Rebels. Defensive rebound pulled down, Jadis Jones. He will get it in the full court. Almost had it stolen by Bryant, but bounces it on the wing to King. Picked up his dribble, throws it in the right corner over to, left corner rather, to Shamar Williamson. Gets it back on a quick touch pass from King. Now we'll throw it between the wheels to Minner. They set it up here on the near side wing. Tipler swinging around, left wing, in the corner. King to Williamson, 4-3, in and out. Jones skies high, almost got the rebound. It's knocked around, eventually saved near midcourt by Ken King. 5.5 left in the third quarter. Central is down by 21. Here's a post up, open is King on the right block. Shot blocked from behind, though. Mason Williams swats it away. Good defensive play. Now Bryant throws it ahead in transition, and he gets it to Horton for a layup attempt. Doesn't finish, but Kendall Horton does get fouled at the bucket. They will call a block inside on Kylan Minner. So the senior point guard picks up his 3rd personal, and Horton, who has not gone to the free throw line yet tonight, chance to add to his team-high 10 points. He is 60.5% this year. As Minner sits down, he's replaced by the size of 6'8" senior forward Donnie Ray Brown. Here's the front end, and the free throw, actually, excuse me, both free throws fell on that trip for Minner. Actually, he got both free throws to fall after Joe Bryant hit a second free throw earlier that I missed. Either way, the last 6 points for Central have come at the free throw line. They've got 1 bucket in this second half. Horton hitting both free throws, though, gets him to 12 points. So they're back within 20. But they haven't got it any closer, really, than arguably 19 since the first half. And the near side wing with it, Ken King swings it over to Williamson. Get it to Brown. Now they post up Jones. Right block. Throw it over to Williamson. Throws it inside to Tippler, and he's fouled at the bucket. Good quick passing there, and a nice feed by Shamar Williamson. Sets up Trey Tippler at the rim, and he is going to be fouled from behind. It'll be Joe Bryant's third personal on the reach-in. And so Tippler, who has not been a scoring force this season, only averaging less than 2 points and a rebound per game, goes to the line. 5'10 senior can't hit the first of two. He is just 3 of 7 at the charity stripe this year. Second one coming. He gets this one to fall, so he's in the scorebook at least. And the offense has slowed down both ways. But New Madrid County Central is the team playing well in front. 46-27 the score. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Mason Williams throws it on the far side wing over to Joe Bryant. Now he'll pull it out with a left hand. Face guarded by Jadis Jones. Gets it here on the near side wing to Williams. Looks to put it on the deck. A little behind the back dribble. Now will attack. Gives on a handoff to Bryant. A little between the legs dribble. Bryant tries to shake the man. Jadis Jones standing firm though. Around a screen. Bryant had it poked out of his hands. Tried to throw it in the corner to Horton. Ends up throwing it away. Joe Bryant tried to get that thing to Kendall Horton. Ended up throwing it at his feet, and he couldn't corral it before it goes out of bounds. And there is another Rebel turnover. As New Madrid Central goes back to work. With Shamar Williamson running the point. He will throw it far side wing to Ken King. Gets it right back between the wheels. Now comes here right-hand side of the floor to Tippler. Back to Williamson, top of the key. Right in front of him, Horton and Casey in the 2-3 zone. Brown pops out, gets it, throws it on the wing. King thought about 3, now tries to throw it inside on the block, gets poked away. Saves it, gets it back to Jones, feeds it to Williamson. He'll cut to the rim, and there's the easy layup. Great offense by New Madrid County Central in the half court. They really haven't failed on that front tonight. 6 points in the third quarter for Shamar Williamson and a game-high 15 in total. Puts his team up 21. Bryant, a transition layup the other way for Central, no good. Here's Tippler trying to go coast to coast. Can't finish. Rebound's knocked around at the rim. Horton has it. Throws it ahead to Bryant, and he'll be fouled about 25 feet away from the bucket. Donnie Ray Brown collides with him.
Foul starts number 54.
That'll be team foul number 5 on New Madrid. Second personal on Brown. A couple different guys are starting to pick up the fouls for the Eagles. And that is why they are happy to say they're up 48-27. As we get a substitution for Central, Caden Casey sits. Coming in, Zach Boyd. Here's Bryant driving middle lane, stolen. Here's Tippler, throws it ahead, feeds it here near side to Phillips, tacking in transition. Might have had the shot blocked from behind by the big man Tice Lobinger back in the game for Central. And as he tried to save that rebound, we get a whistle. There may be a reach-in foul called on New Madrid, and they do call it on Marcellus Phillips, which is his third. So Central's nearing the bonus with 3.5 left in the third quarter. But they are going to have to produce something offensively. They're going to have to hang on to the ball against full court pressure. Joe Bryant trying to break it, gets it off to Horton. He'll get it past the timeline of Williams. Williams here on the near side wing, head faking, looks to drive, now takes a little 5-foot jumper contested. It's no good. Rebound out to Kylan Minner. He'll push it the other way. In the near side wing, Tippler gets it baseline to Phillips. Tried to throw it back middle of the floor. It's kicked. So that's last off of Central. So Eagles will keep it in the half court as Kylan Minner will, or Marcellus Phillips rather, will take a seat. And A.J. Ruff will take his place. Lennox McFerrin playing hockey coach more than basketball coach with the amount of subs he's made here tonight. Every dead ball, it seems, he's got a new person in. Donnie Ray Brown, corner 3, catch and shoot, rattles home. The big man can step out. He's got a pretty stroke on the jump shot and knocks down about 38% of his three-point attempts. He hits that one to make it 51-27 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Lawminger's open on the baseline on a nice feed by Mason Williams. Has a 3-footer, and the big man knocks it down. He's improving on his mid-range game. His team is still down by 22, though. 2.5 left third quarter. Far side wing, Ruff gets it back middle for Williamson. Now they bounce it. Brown on the baseline, takes the jump shot. It's a long miss. Rebound to Mason Williams, throws it ahead. Bryant looks to attack. Head fakes. Now a right-hand floater off glass. No good. And the defensive board cleared by Brown, who throws it ahead to Kylan Minner. He'll look to run the other way for New Madrid. Gets all the way to the cup. Doesn't finish around Lobinger, but does draw a foul. Three by Donnie Brown a moment ago gives him 5 points as Lobinger will pick up his second personal on the blocking foul. And Kylan Minner, who has not been to the free throw line tonight, gets the chance to go there. He has Really struggled at the charity stripe this season, though. Shooting just 25% this year. He will have no problem knocking down the first two, though, on this trip. 2:15 left in the third quarter. Class 4 state sectionals on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. It's part of the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio. Brought to you, as always, by Presbyterian Manor in Farmington, Serenity Hospice Care, and Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Farmington, Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Piedmont. Second free throw is also going to rattle home for Kylan Miner. After Donnie Ray Brown hit a three last time down the floor, Minner hits 2 free throws, so he's got 4 points, and they're scoring all over the place for New Madrid County Central. No surprise, they came into tonight averaging 68.5 points per game and shooting 48.5% from the field as a team. Their lead is 53-29 over Central here in the third quarter. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Producer engineer Connor Mooney is back in the studios. I'm Nathan Yurts. Just a reminder, you can tune into our sister station, 98.5 FM J98. They were at halftime at last check of the Class 5 boys sectionals. A good one brewing in Sykeston. North County down 39-38 at the break. So the Raiders are more than in that one. Central Rebels here trail 53-29 as Mason Williams spins to the rim. Can't finish with the left hand. Rebound by Zach Boyd. No good on the putback. Throwing it ahead, Donnie Ray Brown finds Kylan Minner. There's an easy layup for the senior guard, who now has 6 points. And New Madrid Central continues to open it up. They're up by 26. Here's Horton, mid-range, in transition. Knocks it down. Kendall Horton has at least had a very nice night for Central here this evening, as he's come up with 14 points. 8 in the first quarter, 6 here in the third. At the end of the day, though, that 0 he put in the second quarter is going to loom large, as he sat most of that quarter with foul trouble, and that was around the time that a 7-point game ballooned to a 20-point game at halftime. New Madrid County has been in control ever since. Here with it on the near side wing is A.J. Ruff for the Eagles. Throws it in the middle of the floor to Minner. Now they get it to Shamar Williamson. Minner, catch and shoot, will step into a top of the key three. It dances in and out. Rebound pulled down by Mason Williams. He'll look to push it the other way for the Rebels. Gets it to Casey. Pulls up off the bounce for a right wing three. It's a long miss. And the rebound will fall into the arms of Minner. Eagles back the other way in transition. Minner tried to bounce it here near side to Ruff and ends up throwing it away out of bounds. A good idea by Kylan Minner, but A.J. Ruff not ready for that, and the pass a little off the mark. So Central gets it back. It's the Rebels who have had more turnover troubles tonight and also just unable to score when they do get the ball in the half court. They've got 3 field goals in this third quarter at least, but most of the scoring has come at the free throw line. Here's a catch and shoot transition 3, right wing, no good. Rebound falls into the arms of Kendall Horton, though, and Mason Williams points to his teammates on the bench and says, count that as an assist. Which he could, maybe, perhaps. Horton with 16 points now. Central got it down to a 22-point game. New Madrid County Central, though, has it for the final 30 seconds of the third quarter here in the half court, as they've done in every of the first 2 quarters tonight. Their head coach, Lennis McFerrin, tells them to hold it and wait to take the last shot here with now 15 seconds left in the second. Kendall Horton will face guard Minner, throws it far side of the wing over to Williamson. Williamson head fakes, drives to the corner. Donnie Ray Brown for 3, no good. Rebound tapped out, comes out to Joe Bryant with 4 seconds. Bryant head fakes a pass, now finds Horton for a wide open layup, and he'll put it in right before the buzzer. Nice find by Joe Bryant. Kendall Horton continues an outstanding night for Central, as 10 of his game high 18 points came in the third quarter. But the Rebels are going to need even a little bit more from their sophomore star, and some other contributors need to step up as well as we go to the fourth. It's New Madrid County Central in front, 55-35 in the Class 4 sectionals. Back for the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Would you like to lower your house payment? Paul Hale here with New Era Bank, here to tell you how it's a great time to refinance. Mortgage rates are at historic lows, and many homeowners can save a considerable amount of money by refinancing. Take advantage of this opportunity by refinancing today. We offer a variety of both fixed rate and adjustable products that fit just about every need. Whether you're planning to stay in your house for 2 years or a lifetime, now is the time to act. Visit our website at www.newerabank.com or call any of our branches to speak with a loan officer today. New Era Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey folks, Mark Toady here to brag about the great people at Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills. Chris and Jamie, well, they're just outstanding people. Their selection of furniture is pretty amazing too, but it's Chris and Jamie themselves that really makes Patsy stand out. They treat you right with great customer service and definitely go the extra mile to make sure you get what you need. So, if a new sofa or love seat is in your future, or maybe a new bedroom set, go to the place I go to for all my furniture. And that's Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills. Tell them J98 sent you.
Start of the fourth quarter upon us here. Class 4 boys hoops sectionals. High school basketball playoffs on regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum, the UPS store in Festus, and Serdike Motorsports on Highway 61 and 67 in Festus. A mid-range jumper in transition falls for the big man Donnie Ray Brown for New Madrid County Central. He's now got 7 points. The Eagles lead the Central Rebels 57-35 here at the start of the fourth quarter, and they're going to get another transition layup for the freshman A.J. Ruff, so they push that lead out to 24. Kendall Horton has had an excellent night for the Central Rebels with 18 points, but they are in quite the hole here to start the fourth quarter. As a reach-in foul is called on a loose ball on New Madrid. It is on Trey Tippler, a senior guard for the Eagles. So Joe Bryant heads to the line. He averages 20.5 per game. He's been very quiet tonight. 2 field goals in that first half, 6 points total so far. It's the front end of a 1-and-1 after a rough night at the free throw line. Second one doesn't fall, though. So he is still just 2 for 7 at the line as Minner finds a wide open A.J. Ruff on a great spin move in transition, and there's another easy layup for the Eagles to go up 61-36. Mason Williams attacking the other way, throws it on the wing. Bryant catch and shoot, 3, left it short. Rebound comes on out to Shamar Williamson, throws it ahead. A.J. Ruff's ahead of the pack for an easy layup, lays it up and in. Freshman has all 6 of his points tonight in this fourth quarter, and a timeout is called by the Central Rebels. They are down now by a score of 63-36 here in the early stages of the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout here from Class 4 boys sectionals. Come on back. You're listening to the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio.
Worry-free, hassle-free. Isn't that the way you want to live? Imagine not having to mow your lawn or worry about leaky pipes. Imagine checking the chore list and living those adventures you've always wanted to. Imagine having peace of mind knowing you are taken care of no matter what. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore. Call 573-756-6768 and ask about independent living at Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
A reminder that you can stream all of our games live or archived at MyMoInfo.com, courtesy of Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington. Visit them on Highway 32, home of the LS Tractor. Lead the herd, don't just follow. That's Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington. Great game going on over on 98.5 FM, J98. Third quarter comes to a close in the Class 5 boys state sectionals. North County has seized the lead, leading 55-49 at Sykeston. Tune in for that one. Brandon Pavlina should have a great finish for you. Central driving the other way. Mason Williams going to the bucket, finishes and draws a foul. So the sophomore guard, who has not been involved much in the scoring tonight, has his first made field goal. And he's up to 3 points. He can make it 4 here in a moment, but his team trails 63-38 here. And New Madrid County Central is on their way to continuing their undefeated season to 20-0. as the and one free throw for Williams is going to rattle in and then out. And the Eagles will go back to work in the half court. Shamar Williamson bringing it across the timeline. They'll swing it in the corner to Donnie Ray Brown. Thought about putting it on the deck. Now bounces it out on the wing over to A.J. Ruff. Minner comes here near side to Tippler, who almost had it stolen. He drives, has a left-hand open floater on the baseline. It does not go, though. Central goes back to work in the half court offensively. Trying to throw it up ahead here on the wing. Williams gets it back in the corner from Casey. Now to Bryant. Throws it to far side corner. Mannion lines up a three, and Grant Mannion able to knock one down from downtown. His first triple of the night. Shoots on the season right around 23%, which kind of odd given the nice stroke he has. A.J. Ruff the other way, though, drives and gets to the rim. He's finishing strong with 8 fourth quarter points. Pokes away the ball here from Joe Bryant for a steal. And it is back to New Madrid County Central, leading 65-41 with 6 minutes to go. Williamson driving, almost lost it, now gets to the cup. Can't finish after it was poked away for a moment by Mason Williams. Defensive board Mannion. Throwing it ahead, gets it to Horton, and we're going to get a whistle for a foul in the middle of the floor called on the defender working against Kendall Horton. So he'll go to the free throw line. That was team foul number 9 on New Madrid. 1-1 coming for the sophomore, who's had an excellent night with a game-high 18 points. Subs are made for New Madrid County Central as B.J. Williamson, Jadis Jones, Ken King, Marcellus Phillips all return. So they'll be the closeout group here for New Madrid on their home floor as they will look to add another state playoff victory to their resume. They've been great this time of the year. 3 state titles in their school's history, as a matter of fact. And the win tonight, going back to last year, will mean they've won 23 of their last 24. Transition miss leads to a run out, though. Here's Williams throwing ahead on the bounce. Stolen. Try to get it to Caden Casey. B.J. Williamson comes up with it. Driving, throws the lob pass. Jones caught it. Couldn't finish, though. It was a little bit behind him. And that miss will lead to an offensive rebound underneath. Looks like Marcellus Phillips came up with that. They end up calling a loose ball foul on Joe Bryant. So the Central Rebels leading scorer on the year in his freshman season picks up his 4th personal. First of 2 free throws for Phillips is going to be pure, so he adds to his total tonight with 5 points. Shamar Williamson still has the team high of 15 here tonight for New Madrid Central. B.J. Williamson has 9. A.J. Ruff has scored 8 points all in this 4th quarter. Kenyon King has 8. Donnie Ray Brown has 7. It's been a balanced effort. And you can add Marcellus Phillips to the list with 6 points as he hits both free throws on this trip to make it 67-41. 5 minutes to go. Driving the other way, Joe Bryant is going to draw a foul right at the rim. They're going to call it on Phillips. This will be his 4th personal. It's also team foul number 10, so Joe Bryant's going to get 2 free throws on a night where he struggled at the line. He is just 3 of 7 this evening. First free throw, he missed it off the front of the iron. No, he was able to get it to rattle home. So some good news there for Joe Bryant, starting to knock down free throws here in the second half. But he still has just 8 points tonight. Misses the second one. Here's a run-out attempt. Williamson, scoop layup, no good, and double clutching as he was looking to draw a reach-in foul. They're going to call Williamson for a walk. So the turnover gets it back over to the Central Rebels. Mason Williams pushing, throws it ahead. Here's Horton. Tries to pull up off the bounce and hits a mid-range shot. Kendall Horton continues a fabulous night, even in a losing effort. He's got 20, pacing the Rebels, who are down by 23 with 4.5 to go. King driving, looks to finish, can't do so. But Kenyon King will get his opportunity to add to his total tonight at the free throw line. Came up a little gimpy at the end of that play, too. 4.5 to go. Foul called on Slade Schweiss is his 2nd, and it's team foul number 7. This was in the act of shooting, so it's not the 1-and-1, though, for King, who we mentioned coming in. The numbers we had ahead of this one, that he was averaging only 3.5 points per game. this year. He's got 9 tonight as he gets the first of 2 free throws. And he will have a chance to get into double figures, and he will hit every part of the rim plus the very top of the backboard. Didn't go over the backboard, though, before it bounced in. So everything rolling Ken King's way tonight as he gets to 10 points. He will step off the floor after that collision had him limping at the end of that foul. And he will leave the floor with his team up 25. Wide open Kendall Horton in transition, has another layup as Mason Williams did the hard work in the backcourt to save that basketball in the trap. But he does get it away to Horton, who keeps it rolling up to 22 points now. Adding to his game high. Team is still down 23, though. Williamson driving the other way. Doesn't finish with the right hand. Tip in almost good. Another offensive rebound, though, from Marcellus Phillips, and he'll be fouled on the putback attempts. Jadis Jones, Marcellus Phillips, Donnie Ray Brown, they have all just crushed Central, not just on the backboard in general, but on the offensive glass. They have done an outstanding job of coming up with second chance opportunities. And Phillips will get a chance to, as a result of that offensive rebound, go to the line, add to his total as he knocks down the first free throw. So he's got 7 points and is 3 of 3 at the charity stripe this evening, halfway through this fourth quarter. We remind you that coverage of the high school basketball playoffs on regional radio brought to you by Serdike Motorsports in Festus. Second free throw rattles home for Phillips. Makes it a 25-point game again. For New Madrid County in front. Here with it on the near side wing, Kendall Horton almost lost it. He'll put it on the deck, looks to shake his man. Now attacks, kicks to the corner. Schweiss steps back into a long jump shot. Wasn't quite behind the three-point line. Either way, airmails it. Rebound, Jadis Jones. He'll push it in transition. Gets all the way to the rim. Doesn't go. Rebound, pinballs around. Finds its way to Horton. He will push it back the other way for Central. Head fakes a pass. Drives to the rim. Doesn't finish. But did draw a blocking foul inside as A.J. Ruff tried to step in and take the charge.
Foul starts number 20, A.J. Ruff.
And instead, Ruff is going to pick up his third personal. He'll be pretty happy with his night, though, as he goes over near the bench, getting ready to be subbed out. Kendall Horton goes to the line where he hit 2 free throws in the third quarter. Misses the first of 2 here, though. Some subs made. We see a couple of new faces for the first time tonight as the bench starts to empty out for New Madrid Central. Demarion Brooks, a senior guard, gets his opportunity here in the state playoffs. Comes up with the rebound on the free throw missed by Horton. Here's Shamar Williamson driving, almost lost it on the baseline. Tries to throw it opposite block side near Brooks, and it ends up getting deflected out of bounds. So New Madrid County Central will keep it in the half court. With 3.5 to go, they're well on their way to 20-0. They will play either Vashon, the number 1 ranked team in the state, or Roosevelt, depending on who wins Class 5, State's Class 4 state sectional game that's being played this evening over at Vashon. Here's the three-pointer out of the corner on the inbounds for B.J. Williamson that doesn't go. On the rebound run out, Joe Bryant poked out of his hands at the bucket. Coming up with it, Brooks gets it to B.J. Williamson, and we're going to get a whistle from behind the play. And it's going to be on New Madrid County Central. Guess they got A.J. Ruff for some type of push because it didn't look like anything else happened. Central gets it back, but looks like their season is going to end 15-11, though, and a young team with freshmen and sophomores in the starring roles, and everybody except, looks like, 1 senior, Tice Lobinger, 2 seniors rather, Tice Lobinger and Colton Ketcherside will be back next year, so future is extremely bright for Brad Gross's team, and they get a taste tonight of what it's going to take to be an elite bunch before their time is done as Jadis Jones catches a lob on the left block, lays it up and in. Big fella's having a very nice night with 9 points, and the lead is 73-46. Driving baseline from the right corner, trying to go to the rim. Horton, it wouldn't quite dance home, and then the rebound is tapped out of bounds. It's last off of Central. So we'll see a sub here for Central after they have to give it away. Tice Lobinger comes in and shares a word with Mason Williams and a laugh as he'll have one of the final moments of his career take place here in the last 2.5 minutes of the game. Kendall Horton just got subbed out for Central, by the way. He is, if he doesn't return, probably going to end up with the game high tonight. Very impressive 22 points for the sophomore. But sitting that second quarter with foul trouble, kind of put the nail in this thing. Put it this way. Since halftime, New Madrid County Central has only outscored the Rebels by 7. It'd be a much more competitive game if this thing hadn't gone from a 7-point game at the end of the first quarter to a 20-point game at halftime when Horton sat with foul trouble. Got a sub made for Central here. Tristan Stewart, a sophomore, gets his first minutes of the night. He'll take the place of Mason Williams. The other senior on this roster besides Lobinger, Colton Ketcherside, is going to get out there as well, replacing Caden Casey. Far side with it in the corner. Also in for the first time tonight, Cannon Harlow. Here's Stewart driving, posts up on the right block, lays it off the glass and in. So Tristan Stewart gets in the scorebook here tonight before this thing is all said and done. Another sub made for New Madrid as well. They get a freshman, Julian Courtois, in for the first time. He has on the far side wing. Sophomore Braden Newton is out there as well for the first time tonight for the Eagles. Here's Shamar Williamson driving, an up and under move, doesn't go. Rebound comes out long. Joe Bryant has it. Throws it up ahead to Harlow, gets it right back on the block. Can't finish in the middle of the lane with a minute and a half to go, but some good back and forth there between Cannon Harlow and Joe Bryant on a run-out opportunity, which will lead to free throws coming. A couple of subs are coming for Central. It'll be Kaysen Murphy, a freshman. For New Madrid County, they're going to bring in, looks like Anthony Treadwell, a junior. He and Kaysen had a wonderful little conversation. They turned to each other and said, this is what we do, right? We get to come in at the end of games. Treadwell comes in. He'll replace Shimar Williamson. Dominique Betts, a sophomore, comes off the bench, as well as one other sub, the sophomore Kadarius Jones out there for Central, or New Madrid Central. They take the place of Williamson, B.J. Williamson, Shamar Williamson, and Kylan Minner. So the normal rotation is out for New Madrid Central as they will celebrate moving on to the state quarterfinals. Central getting a couple of subs in here as well in the final minute 10 seconds as their season will end 15-11, but closing with a district title. They will be more than happy with the progress this young group made and happy with the way that the season finished, obviously, for their two seniors. One of those two, Ty Slobinger, is going to get a chance to sit down for the final time in his career. The big man who came into the program standing 6'10", so he has always been a factor and a part of this team. He will get a couple of big handshakes and hugs from his teammates, and well-deserved round of applause from the Rebel fans as Cannon Harlow tries to take a three here near the end of things. Can't knock it down for the Rebels. Madrid County will bring it back here into the forecourt. Trying to throw it far side wing to get it to Anthony Treadwell. It's deflected out of bounds. The Rebels made one other sub to empty their bench to get Hunter Pirtle in, and now they'll make one more sub. As Colin McMullen will come in. He'll replace the other senior, Colton Ketcherside, who gets his round of applause to wrap his career. The name McMullen might sound familiar. That's part of the family that produced, of course, one of the Rebels' all-time great players, Brevin McMullen. That team a year ago wins a district title against Hillsborough, loses to Cape Notre Dame in the state sectionals tonight. It'll be a team they've lost to before at the state tournament level. The Madrid County Central that fells the Rebels as Kaysen Murphy drives to the rim and gets to finish with his left hand. Nice move and a pretty little spin at the end there of that ball around the bucket for Murphy, so he gets in the scorebook before this thing is over. Three ball in transition the other way. Kadarius Jones no good. Offensive rebound and putback doesn't go for Braden Newsom. His teammates urging him on, which you love to see here. Here's a three ball in transition for Colin McMullen. It's no good. Rebound will come out on the wing to Anthony Treadwell. He'll try to beat everybody down the lane. He tried to throw it down, and he ends up just missing the dunk. Long rebound leads to a three to the top of the key, and it's banked home before this thing is over by Dominique Betts. So his teammates will celebrate him getting in the scorebook as the sophomore hits one before this thing is over. And New Madrid County Central will celebrate another victory in the state tournament. The Eagles win it tonight by a final of 76-51 over the Central Rebels. And the dream season continues for New Madrid County Central as they are still perfect, up now to 20-0. Season comes to an end for the Central Rebels with a mark of 15-11. Congrats to them on a terrific year. We will wrap things up here tonight with the Home Pools and Spas postgame show. After this timeout, again, our final Class 4 boys sectionals, New Madrid County Central 76, Central 51. Back in a moment. This is the high school basketball playoffs on Regional Radio.
You deserve the finer things in life, and Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy knows that. Even when it comes to your health care, we want you to have the best. Treat yourself to our award-winning service and experience a level of care that always puts you first, always goes above and beyond. Our goal is to give you an excellent experience, fast and friendly service, and total dedication to taking care of your health. Google the store nearest you and come see us today. Yes, you can have the finer things in life, and that includes a local pharmacy at its finest. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa.
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Hello, you've reached Toyota. This is Jan. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to save on a new Toyota?
It sure is. With great deals now through March 31st, you can ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Great. I've really been getting into podcasts lately for those long drives.
Oh, yeah? Which ones?
Mysteries, mostly.
Well, imagine yourself cruising in a Camry, listening to that one where a priceless painting went missing and the whole town was a suspect. Or go camping in a RAV4 while listening to that one where a shocking crime turned their sleepy seaside community on its head. Or off-roading in a Tacoma while you listen to the one where a big city detective relocates to the country, only to find that trouble has followed him.
You know what? With so many good places to go, maybe I'll listen to them all.
Spoiler alert, it was the butler.
Toyota, let's go places.
See Twin City Toyota I-55 at the Herculaneum Auto Mall exit or visit them at twincitytoyota.com.
Welcome to the Home Pools and Spas postgame show. When it comes to family fun, there's no place like home, so make sure you visit Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. Our final here tonight, the Central Rebels boys see their season come to an end as they fall by a final of 76-51 here against the New Madrid County Central Eagles. They were only down by 7 at the end of the first quarter, but then in the second quarter they get outscored 20-7. That opened things up to a big halftime deficit, and they were never able to fully recover. New Madrid Central tonight, just a balanced attack. They ended up having 2 players in double figures, and a grand total of 7 guys scored at least 7 points tonight for the Eagles on their home floor. Not too shabby a performance as they remain undefeated this season. New Madrid County Central will move on to Friday night's state quarterfinals, where they will take on either the number 1 team in Class 4, Bashan, or Roosevelt. Meanwhile, for Central tonight, the final numbers, Kendall Horton ends up having a fantastic game as he ends up with 22 points tonight, 14 of that in the second half for the Rebels. He is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Applebee's. Visit Applebee's in Farmington, doing good in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, he didn't get a lot of extra help offensively here this evening, as after that, the leading score was 8 points from Joe Bryant for Central. They got 6 from Caden Casey, 5 from 5 from Grant Mannion, 3 from Mason Williams, and 2 each from Tristan Stewart, Tice Lobinger, and Kaysen Murphy. So Horton showed out in a big way tonight, but the rest of his team struggled offensively. And I mentioned that this went from a 7-point game at the end of the first quarter to a 20-point game at halftime. Horton sat almost the entirety of that second quarter because of foul trouble. And when he wasn't out there, the game turned. Otherwise, might have been a fun back-and-forth one. Instead, it's all New Madrid County Central tonight, improving to 20-0, as we said. For the Central Rebels, a very, very good season comes to an end. 15-11 on the year. They win 4 of 5 before tonight, including that district title. So they got hot at the right time to take home a little hardware, and it's a mostly young team coming back for Brad Gross. So we look forward to seeing what they are able to do. And we, of course, send our congratulations out to the two seniors on this Central team, Colton Ketcherside and Tice Lobinger. Best of luck to those young men in whatever is ahead for them. And we wish, of course, the best of luck to the Central Rebel girls, who will be right back here in New Madrid tomorrow night to take on the girl New Madrid County Central Eagles in the Class 4 state sectionals. Same schedule as we had this evening. Pregame will be at 5:45. The tip-off for that will be at 6 o'clock. You can go catch the ending of the Class 5 boys state sectionals right now on J98. North County had the lead at the end of the third quarter at Sykeston, trying to punch their ticket to Friday night. And the state quarterfinals, we wish the Raiders the best of luck there down the stretch. We're going to go ahead and say so long, though, because that is pretty much all that we have for you here tonight. Again, congrats to the Central Rebel boys on a terrific season. Thanks to all our sponsors who help make high school basketball playoff coverage on regional radio possible. We're back on the stream tomorrow night for the Central Rebel girls against New Madrid County Central. You can tune in to J98 tomorrow night to hear the North County Raider ladies take on Cape Notre Dame in the Class 5 state sectionals. But if you're tuning out for the rest of the week, or at least for 24 hours, we thank you for choosing us here on the sports stream tonight to listen to high school basketball playoff coverage. And we hope you can tune in for more on regional radio over the coming days. I'm Nathan Gertz for producer-engineer Connor Mooney saying good night. Thanks for joining us this evening. And until next time, so long, friends.